this video, we're finally going to get into my series that I had been taking, the conspiracy theory series, and kind of integrating it into this new series called Breaking Nations. And I was supposed to do this last week. Obviously, the weather and the snow pushed it back, but we're finally going to get into it. This topic, we're going to talk about the recent FCC victory about internet neutrality. This is Breaking Nations. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I had to do that, by the way. It's funny. After I came up with the title of the series, I said, I wonder if I can do that. I don't know if I'm going to stay with that intro, but I just kind of want to do it just for shits and gigs. But on to this internet neutrality. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about it. For those of you who haven't, we'll discuss it briefly. And it's a big deal. Look, here's what it comes down to. This is supposed to take companies like Verizon and AT&T and stuff like that, and basically is supposed to not allow them to pay one company more money, or have a company pay them more money for more traffic. In other words, let's say, for example, Netflix and, of course, Amazon Prime, Hulu, they all have streaming services for watching shows. Well, Netflix might go up to Verizon and say, hey, look, we'll give you an extra $10 million to make ours faster. And obviously Verizon will say, okay, deal, boom. This is supposed to stop that. So for the companies that stream the media, that's a good thing. Obviously, it's not a good thing for the companies that provide the traffic. But it doesn't stop there. It also affects small businesses. And the problem here is that when you're talking about small businesses, you're talking about people like me and you. For example, you could argue technically that people who do YouTube and monetize their videos are a small business. So the way it works is that a small business, maybe one who's not as financially well off as another, let's say, you know what, we'll use the YouTube one as an example, even though technically I don't have like a business account with Verizon, I just have Verizon. But let's just use that as an example. So Joe Smo down the street has a YouTube channel, and he has 25 megs upload and download speed per second, of course. And here I am, ETN, up the street, and I have 75 by 75. Well, this new deal would basically end me having a different speed than him. Because then Verizon, what this agreement does, what this neutrality does, is it might raise his speed up to 35 and take me down to 35. We're both paying the same. It sounds fair, right? But here's the problem. I am paying for that extra speed. I want to pay for that extra speed. I can afford to pay for that advantage. That's what I want. So that's where the problem is. And a lot of people are getting up in arms. I don't want to say for the wrong reasons, but some people got up in arms about this because they feel that this is the start of controlling the internet. Something people have been dreading for a very long time. I don't think it'll ever get to that. In fact, since this happened, there's already been a litigation process that's began with some government officials as well as these internet providers, and they're trying to get it reversed. A lot of government officials feel that the FCC is overstepping their boundaries. Many people agree with that. And the other concern is that even though this may save money for someone like Joe Smo, and even me, even though I don't want to save that money and I want that 75, they feel that down the line, come October, the internet service providers will start charging more tax to compensate for their loss of revenue, and it could actually turn out to be more expensive. So what I'm paying now for 75 megs per second upload and download, I could be paying that same price for 35 megs upload download speed per second. So it's definitely something that they're trying to litigate right now. Whether or not it gets reversed, that remains to be seen. They want to try and get it done before October. I don't remember quite what was the concern with the October date, but that's the deal here. And a lot of people are concerned that if this continues, this is going to eventually lead to people getting restrictions, certain sites not being accessible, certain restrictions on what you can do on the internet. Basically almost like taking away your freedom. So that is what is going on with the FCC. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. Do you feel that it sounds like a good deal? Do you think that they should have stepped back and not get involved? Do you think that this is going to continue? Because while we all disagree with what the government does, there are government officials who do not want this to happen. And I'm hoping that they are victorious in this litigation process. But the concern about the litigation process is that it might take too long. And we're just gonna have to see what happens. We're just gonna have to see what happens. I think the date for October is when this kicks in, so we'll have to see what happens. Right now, everything should remain the same, but I just remembered. I think the October month is when this is supposed to go into motion. So they're trying to fight it to get it reversed before that. So how do you guys feel about the FCC stepping in to try and develop internet neutrality amongst businesses like Verizon and Amazon and Netflix and AT&T or whatever the case may be, Cox, Comcast. Share your thoughts on the bottom. And do you think this might eventually lead to the very dreaded internet control? I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll have to see. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're finally going to get into my series that I had been taking, the conspiracy theory series, and kind of integrating into this new series called Breaking Nations. And I was supposed to do this last week. Obviously, the weather and the snow pushed it back, but we're finally going to get into it. This topic, we're going to talk about the recent FCC victory about internet neutrality. This is Breaking Nations. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I had to do that, by the way. It's funny. After I came up with the title of the series, I said, I wonder if I can do that. I don't know if I'm